got two operations going on here today. We've got Stan, the well driller from Alpine Drilling, starting to drill the well. They got down about 20 feet or so, and it was a lot of granite, gravel, and clay, and so they had to put some steel posts in there so that they wouldn't have the wall collapsing in on the drilling as it goes. Also, we have up here Pat Smith, who's beginning to excavate the ground. Right now, he's pulling the topsoil off and putting it off to the side. Once the house is up and completed, then he'll use that material and put it back into the area that we're going to grow grass or whatever. Probably getting into some more hard material, i.e. rock. You see the kind of pressure that's on that drilling bit. It kind of bounces around a little bit. Continuing to clear the area. Starting to level out a little bit. Well, we finally have some concrete folks here on site. They're putting in the forms for the footers. The excavation folks really did a good job on making it real level. It's within 1.5 inches all the way around there, and the depth is also just about right, so they're not going to have to do much digging. Well, Bob Adamson's got the forms up for the outside of the basement wall and the garage wall. He still needs to come up and put the inside walls, and then they'll be ready to pour.
See, what we're doing here is moving dirt.
Why do we want to move dirt, John?
Well, you gotta level it out before we put this foam thing in. But I think it's time for a break.
What do you think, little lady?
I think it's time for a break. I'm too tired.
What do you think over there, big dog? Huh? Hey, big... Yeah, this is... it's hard to see with the camera, but this is a mound here that we've got to flatten out before we can... Yeah. And it's solid and it's frozen, and there are lots of big rocks in there.
Super working day, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If he doesn't overwork me.
This is the garage floor. Over there will be the entrance to the house. And over where Sandy is, there will be a window. And this is the entryway into the garage. Right where that wheelbarrow is will be a ramp coming up to here. We have about 132 feet of 1/2 inch tubing that comes up from the basement floor and into the garage floor You can see that we have those spread out at about 2 feet apart, and it will heat the garage floor and keep the cars warm in the winter. Sunday, January 14th. So yesterday, with Paul and Carol's help, we not only got all of the insulation in the basement, but as you can see, we got all of the tubing in here as well. That gaggle of tubing right there is where the manifold will connect in. Ingrid Christos. Tell us about it. What do you see?
This is our house, and it's beautiful.
We're starting to put in the heating tubes for the main floor. You can see these plates holding the tubing up to the subfloor, and we staple those plates with an air compressed air compressor staple gun. You can see that the loop hangs down here at the end, and what we're going to do with those is to use a plastic clamp such as this one right here to nail it up close to the subfloor, and then we'll put a foil-backed insulation up against all of this. So Sam and I have done just about 3 loops, and we have about 3 more to go. It's kind of time consuming because you have to drill through each of these TGIs, but you can see how on the first plate we just bring it in and loop it at the back, and then every subsequent bay we twist it over and then pick it up into the plates. And this goes all the way back to where the manifold will be. You can see now that we are getting into another set of tubing for the second layer. I probably should have put that side by side rather than below, but live and learn. Yeah. And that's how it's done, one plate at a time. How's that work, Sam?
Good. He's like, why are these people standing in the road?
B3C. Right there. I can tell what it's only one of the hooks. Can you read the number on this? Yeah. Well, what do you think about your house? Huh?
It's just beautiful. I can't believe it. I can't believe it was ready when we get it started. We had a lot of obstacles that we had to overcome, or Gary overcame them. But here we are. Here they are. They're gorgeous.
Okay. Okay, Armstrong, nice and smooth. Yeah, much better.
Sienna. Big Dog, what do you think about this? Oh.
Good.
Be sure of the entryway, front door. On top of these posts will be another little roof that matches pretty much that roof there. We'll build up the soil from over in here and push it up against the house, so you probably won't see any of the concrete. And then Deanna had a good idea of putting around those posts a redwood deck. About to set. My shadow in the lower left-hand corner. But this is how it will kind of blend in with the hillside. So even though it's a fairly tall structure, 35, 38 feet, something like that, it really is going to blend in with the trees and the grass and the hills and the terrain and the mountains. Mike Stewart, the electrician, was in and has put in some of the boxes.
It won't slip. I can't imagine how it would slip, but he needs to do this. Well, I'm glad to see him get back down here.
Pretty big ladder, huh?
Huge. You did it!
That's way up there.
John, where do you think you're going?
I want to go see what he sees. Here.
All right. Now, please notice John's attractive new jeans. I think he's falling out of them.
Yeah, it's kind of scary up here.
Come on, John.
I don't know if I'm going to go any further. Yeah, that's nice. Yep, you can see the road.
Easy does it. Well, John, go get your gun. Let's show him what you can really do. There he is, folks. The gun. Couple of weeks. And he's looking pretty good up there. See if I can't get a little closer. There he is. Hey, Gear! How is it up there? Yay! I found the zoomer. He does a great job. This house wouldn't be built without him. I know that. Thanks, Gear.
Why does it say July? It's July 4th. Disregard what you just saw on the screen. That's Troy, and I think it's Terry. It's Sam. Well, I expected it to come out further as well, but I think it's going to look nice.
I do too. I'd like to see it from a distance.
What are you doing up there, little lady?
Washing a log.
Why would you want to wash a log for?
I don't know. I think I need my head examined.
What's all that noise up on top?
They're going to start roofing, or they're started roofing. It's going to finish up. You have to wash these logs first, and then you prep them, and then you can stain them.
What do you stain them with?
Stainer.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I hope not.
I don't think so. The way they got there. Whitestone's on.
I love you.
I love you too. And if you be
You
careful.
hold us there.
Hearthstone that will go on that pad, and the pipe will go up through that black space right there. We'll get fresh air through that hole, which goes down and then to the outside. And the top of this fireproof concrete slab here, if you will, is going to be this kind of bluish tile. This is the leach field using a fairly new way of doing this. They're called infiltrators, and they leach into the ground below, and they also leach up, and then those fins there evaporate the water. These do not stay open, and will be covered up with the dirt that you see here. Coming out of the infiltrator is this aqua-colored tube that actually comes from the septic tank. This is a 1,250 gallon septic tank. Right now it's about 3 feet, maybe 4 feet below grade, and so when they cover this up, we would have to dig down 3 feet to pump out the tank. But they have some concrete risers that will go on top of that hole there, and then the lid will be just below the surface. The aqua tube then leads into the house, same pitch, perhaps a little bit different than the main roof there. We used redwood in there so that we wouldn't have to use any soffit, and I'll show you a closer look here in a second.
Today's Monday, August 12th, and they've put in the upper windows, and as you see, if you look to the right, you'll see the little triangular window that they just put in, and they're working at putting the other windows now. Samson's ready to go home. I think I am too. We've been up here for the last 3 days. I was mainly putting windows in, trying to finishing up the staining. We're almost there. Might be kind of a bumpy ride. Okay, let's make a turn here. We did put a little bit of cover on the stairs so they don't get damaged from everybody going up and down. But you can kind of see them there. They look really good. And that will go into the master bedroom there. Now, there they are with putting the window in. And guess who? Phone Tom.
You can see we had to make a modification here. The windows need to have about 5 inches or so as the logs come down, and you can see where the log beam used to be, and we cut it out so that the windows could slip, or the logs actually could slip down over the windows. So a modification rather than sending them back and getting the right size windows, and besides which we get just a little bit more window to look out of. Let's go inside and take a look what it looks like looking through the glass. And these we didn't get a chance to clean, and these need to be re-cleaned anyway. So let's go take a look. Okay, there are the bottom windows all in. Second level all in. Third level all in. Big Samson, what it is? Huh? We took all of the cabinets out, so the kitchen is pretty much bare. You can see where the pantry will be. That's one of the doors, Madawaska doors, under cellophane. Then through the study there. And this room is the laundry. Right in here. And down into the laundry will be this clothes chute. Bathroom over in here. Front door. And the study. Foil back insulation that's up against the heating tubes. And it goes all the way. through the main floor.
Back it up here and you can just try to imagine. He's on the scaffold. He's on a ladder, and the ladder is on the scaffold. Try to get a little bit better shot. Right about there.
Hey, paint lady. Let me see your eyebrow.
It's gone.
It's blue.
No, I wiped it off.
Oh, it's gone? What's happening over there? You ready to go home?
Try to do a little bit more leveling. I'm sure he'll do a good job, but he's having a really good time doing it. Let's see if we can't get a little closer look at him. There he is. Concentrating pretty hard, I'd say. That was laid about a week ago. In the loft area and in the master bedroom. And there's our bed. Without the mattresses. And here's an inscription on the bed. The bathroom has also turned out very nicely. The floor is down. See if we can get some light. That's a banister Gary's put in. Did a really good job. Those are aspen trunks from War Mountain.